When it comes to relationships, it's often the small, subtle signs that reveal someone's true feelings. While grand gestures can certainly be a part of expressing affection, it's often the quiet, everyday actions that truly show how deeply someone is falling for you. These signs are more than just acts of kindness. They're indicators of emotional investment, care, and the desire to build a deeper connection. If you've noticed someone going out of their way to help you, showing protectiveness over you, or making an effort to include you in their future, it's likely that they're developing stronger feelings for you than they're letting on. The journey of falling for someone isn't always obvious to both parties involved. Sometimes it starts with small acts that might seem innocent or even trivial at first, but they hold deeper meaning. When someone is genuinely falling for you, they often find themselves doing things they might not normally do for anyone else, like remembering the smallest details about you, trying to make you laugh when you're feeling down, or looking for reasons to touch you in a way that shows care and affection. These gestures are his way of expressing interest, letting you know that you're on his mind even when you're not around. Another clear sign that he's falling for you is when he starts opening up in ways he wouldn't with others. Sharing his deepest thoughts, dreams, and even vulnerabilities shows that he feels comfortable with you and trusts you enough to expose parts of himself that he may have kept hidden from the world. This emotional openness is a huge step in building a connection, and it signifies that he's thinking about the long term. Along with these heartfelt revelations, you may notice him becoming a bit more protective of you, whether it's stepping in when others aren't treating you right or making sure you're safe and taken care of. There's also the undeniable sign of jealousy when other guys are around you. It's not about control or possessiveness, but more a sign that he cares about you and wants to ensure that no one else comes between the bond you share. This feeling of jealousy can be a natural emotional reaction, stemming from his growing feelings and the desire to be close to you. Perhaps most telling is when he begins to make plans that include you in his future. Talking about things he wants to do in the long term and imagining you by his side in those plans is a clear sign that his emotions have moved beyond casual interest. Whether it's talking about a dream vacation or imagining what life might look like a few years down the road, including you in those future visions shows that he sees you as a significant part of his life moving forward. These signs aren't just about momentary infatuation or fleeting attraction. They reveal a deeper emotional connection that's building steadily over time. It's through these quiet but powerful actions that he's expressing his feelings for you, and while they might seem small, they carry a lot of weight. If you've been noticing these signs, it's likely that someone is falling for you more deeply than you might have realized. 1. He gets nervous around you. When someone starts developing feelings for you, their nervousness can become more noticeable, especially when they are around you. This nervous energy might show up in small ways, like fidgeting with their hands, shifting their gaze, or even stumbling over their words. It's a clear sign that their emotions are at play, and they may be unsure of how to act or express themselves around you. The nervousness often stems from a mix of excitement and anxiety about making a good impression or not saying the wrong thing. It's common for someone to feel vulnerable when they are falling for someone. And this vulnerability can translate into a heightened sense of self-consciousness when they are in your presence. They might overthink their actions or wonder if they're coming off too strong or not strong enough. This level of self-awareness can lead to moments of awkwardness, but it also indicates that the person cares about how you perceive them. If you notice subtle signs of nervousness, like avoiding eye contact or an awkward laugh, it's often a sign that they are feeling more than just casual interest. Their nerves may be a reflection of how much they value you and the connection they are hoping to build. 2. He remembers small details about you. When someone is falling for you, they often pay close attention to the little things you mention. This means they remember your favorite foods, hobbies, or even a book you once talked about. Such attention shows they care about your likes and dislikes, and they value your opinions. For example, if you once mentioned enjoying a particular type of music, and they later bring it up or play it for you, it indicates they're thinking about you and your preferences. This kind of attentiveness is a clear sign of affection and interest. 3. He makes excuses to spend time with you. When someone is falling for you, they will often look for any excuse to spend more time around you. These excuses might start off as simple or practical, like asking for your help with something or suggesting activities you both enjoy. But when it's more than just a friendly gesture, you'll notice that they seem to seek opportunities to be in your presence. For example, he may ask to join you for lunch when it's not necessary, or he might offer to walk you home or run errands with you, even if there's no real reason for him to do so. This behavior isn't just about spending time together for the sake of it, but rather, it reflects a deeper desire to build a stronger connection with you. By creating situations where you can hang out, he might feel more comfortable getting to know you on a personal level. It's a clear indicator that he's thinking about you more often and wants to foster a bond beyond casual interactions. Even if the excuses seem small, the consistent effort to find reasons to be near you shows his growing interest and affection. 4. He acts protective over you. When someone is falling for you, a protective instinct can often surface, even in subtle ways. This might not always be dramatic, but you'll notice he starts looking out for your safety or well-being. He might check in on you if you're out late, offer to walk you home, or make sure you're comfortable in social situations. His protective actions often come from a place of care, showing that he values your presence in his life and wants to make sure you're safe and secure. It can also show up in smaller, everyday moments. For example, if he notices you're cold, he might offer you his jacket without hesitation. If you're in a situation where someone is being disrespectful or rude, he may step in, not out of aggression, but to make sure you're treated with respect. Even if it's not a major gesture, his attentiveness to your comfort and safety is a sign that he cares about you deeply and wants to protect you from harm. These actions demonstrate that his feelings for you are more than just casual interest. They reflect a deeper emotional connection. 5. He goes out of his way to help you. When someone is falling for you, they'll often go out of their way to help you, even when it isn't expected or required. It might not always be a grand gesture, but these actions show that he's invested in making your life easier or happier. For example, if you're stressed about a project or need help with something, he may offer his assistance without you asking. Whether it's helping with work, running errands, or offering emotional support, he will find ways to lighten your load. This tendency to go above and beyond reflects not just a desire to be useful, but a deeper emotional connection. His willingness to help is a clear indicator that he wants to be a positive presence in your life and contribute to your well-being. It's more than just helping out when asked. It's the effort he puts in without hesitation, showing that your happiness and comfort matter to him. It's also a sign that he's building a connection that goes beyond the surface, wanting to be someone you can rely on and trust. 6. He becomes a little jealous when other guys are around you. A sign that someone is falling for you is when they show a bit of jealousy when other guys are around you. This can manifest in subtle ways, such as noticing how he might become slightly distant or quiet when another man engages with you. Or he may keep a closer eye on the interactions you have with others. It's not about possessiveness, but rather a reflection of his feelings for you and his growing emotional attachment. When a guy is starting to develop deeper feelings, he may feel a sense of protectiveness or even insecurity at the thought of losing your attention to someone else. While jealousy in small doses can be a natural reaction, it shows that he cares enough to feel protective over the connection you share. This behavior could be paired with small gestures, like trying to spend more time with you after seeing you interact with another guy, or simply making sure you're aware of his presence when you're around others. It's an emotional reaction that comes from a place of caring, and while it may feel awkward at times, it's an indicator that he's becoming more invested in you. 7. He tries to impress you without you asking. When someone is falling for you, they'll often find themselves trying to impress you, even if you haven't asked for it. This could come in many forms, whether it's showing off a talent, helping you with a task, or even making an effort to look their best when they know they'll see you. These actions are a reflection of his desire to catch your attention and make a good impression, not because he's trying too hard, but because he genuinely cares about how you see him. For example, if you casually mention an interest in something, he might go out of his way to learn more about it or try to share something related to that interest. Hoping it'll resonate with you, he may make small efforts to stand out, whether it's sharing something impressive about himself or doing something thoughtful to make your day easier. This behavior shows that he values your opinion and wants you to see him in a positive light. It's a clear sign that his feelings for you are more than just casual. They're motivated by a desire to make you admire him for who he is and what he can offer. 8. He talks about the future and includes you in it. When someone is falling for you, they often begin to include you in their plans for the future. This can range from casually mentioning things they want to do together to talking about long-term goals and envisioning you as part of them. It's not just about short-term hangouts or immediate moments, but about a deeper connection they're beginning to feel and want to nurture. For example, he might talk about future vacations he'd like to take, mentioning places he'd like to visit with you. He could talk about life milestones, such as his career goals or plans for the next few years, and in those conversations, he includes you as part of those ambitions. By doing this, he's signaling that he sees you as more than just someone to spend time with right now. He's imagining a future where you're an important part of his life. This kind of talk is a clear sign that his feelings are growing, and he's trying to gauge whether you might feel the same. It's a vulnerable thing to do because it involves thinking long-term and opening up about where he sees the relationship going. 9. He gets emotional or overly concerned about your well-being. When someone is falling for you, they may show heightened concern for your well-being, sometimes becoming emotional in the process. This could happen when you're going through a tough time, or even when they notice something small, like you feeling sick or stressed. His instinct to check in on you frequently, to ask how you're doing, or to offer comfort can be a strong indicator that his feelings are more than just casual. He might become noticeably worried when you're facing difficulties, and the concern he shows isn't just about being polite. It's because he cares deeply about you. This can also show up when he picks up on changes in your mood or behavior, and he genuinely wants to make sure you're okay. If he seems to get overly emotional when you're upset or worried, it's because he feels invested in your happiness and wants to help you feel better. These gestures reflect not just empathy, but a deeper emotional connection, revealing that he's becoming someone who wants to be there for you through both the good and the difficult times. 10. He tries to make you laugh often. When someone is falling for you, they often make a conscious effort to make you laugh. They may tell jokes, act silly, or share funny stories, all with the goal of seeing you smile. The desire to make you laugh isn't just about being humorous. It's a way of creating a light-hearted connection and making you feel comfortable around them. Laughter helps break the ice, build rapport, and create positive associations. So when someone likes you, they'll often go out of their way to bring joy into your interactions. This effort to make you laugh can also be a reflection of his desire to make you feel good and lift your spirits. If you're feeling down or stressed, he may try to cheer you up with something funny to brighten your mood. His ability to bring a smile to your face shows that he's not only invested in making your time together enjoyable, but he also wants to make a lasting impression on you by showing his playful and caring side. When he frequently makes you laugh, it's a clear sign that he's trying to connect with you emotionally and create a bond that feels both fun and meaningful. 11. He looks for reasons to touch you. When someone is falling for you, they may look for subtle reasons to touch you. These touches are often innocent at first, like a playful tap on the arm, a hug when saying hello or goodbye, or a light touch on the back as they guide you through a crowd. As they become more comfortable and affectionate, these touches can become more frequent, reflecting their growing emotional connection to you. These physical gestures often indicate that they want to be closer to you, both physically and emotionally. Touching you, even in small ways, can be a way to express affection without using words. It also creates a sense of intimacy and connection, showing that they are comfortable with you and want to establish a deeper bond. Whether it's a hand on your shoulder, a touch on your wrist, or a gentle pat on the back, these actions reveal that they are drawn to you and are looking for ways to show their affection. It's a natural way for them to communicate their feelings, and it often signals that they are starting to develop a more serious interest in you. 12. He starts sharing things he wouldn't with others. When someone is falling for you, they begin to open up in ways they might not with others. This could involve sharing personal thoughts, past experiences, or emotions they've kept guarded. It's a sign that they trust you and feel comfortable enough to be vulnerable around you. By sharing these deeper parts of themselves, they're allowing you to see a side of them that is usually hidden from most people. This behavior is more than just casual conversation. It's a way for them to connect with you on a deeper level. They may talk about their fears, ambitions, or past struggles, things they wouldn't typically bring up with others. It's a sign that they value you and want you to understand them beyond the surface. When someone starts sharing things they wouldn't with others, it shows a level of emotional intimacy that is a key indicator that their feelings are growing stronger. They want to build a deeper bond with you, and sharing personal details is a way of inviting you into their world.